All right, so Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So inshallah today we're going to talk about matching headings and also like choose the correct answer, and we'll try actually to practice these, for example, questions in the passages. So what does it mean matching headings? Let's first read some tips, and then we will study the strategies or the techniques, and then we will practice, for example, solving the questions in the passage. So this type of question tests your ability to understand the main idea of each paragraph. Okay, so they are like titles. Just they test your ability to understand the main idea of each paragraph. Like, did you understand the main idea? This is actually the purpose of this question. It tests your ability, for example, of understanding like each paragraph. Headings are short sentences that summarize the information in a paragraph. They summarize actually the information in the paragraph. You will be given between 5 or 7 like headings and asked to match each paragraph in the reading text to one heading. Actually, you will be given 5 or 7 headings, and then you will be asked to match each heading with each, like, for example, paragraph. Remember that there are always more headings than paragraphs. It means you will be given maybe 10 headings, all right? 3, actually, they will not be included. I mean, they are not actually in the passage. They are not in the passage. Okay, and there are maybe 7. You need just to match these 7 into the paragraph. Okay, all right. Like, for example, if you have a piece, like you have a piece, for example, of reading. This piece of reading may be 5 or 6 lines. Okay, and then actually there is no title, for example, for this passage. After you read, for example, the passage, you will tell me, for example, the best, for example, title which describes actually this passage, which describes this passage. So we have here some tips before we study the techniques and before we study also the strategies, because we have today's lesson, actually it is called short notes approach. It is not scanning, but actually it is short notes approach first. So we need just to study this. Okay, if you have this question actually, so you need to do it first. What does it mean? For example, like if you have true, false, not given, okay, this is number 1. And you have multiple choice questions, and then you have headings. So it is better for you, like you had better start, or like starting with like this question. You start with headings, because headings actually are easy. They are not difficult. All right, so you can reach, but after you understand the techniques. Okay, for example, you can reach to the head actually very easy, in a very easy way. So do this first. By doing this, you will be able to get the general meaning of the text as a whole. Okay, and this will help you with the test or the rest of the question, which requires you to take more detailed look at the text. Because actually in today's lesson, the technique, actually we are going to study only the first and the second lines only. And just while reading these 2 lines, we will understand the main idea of each paragraph. So that's why it will be much more easier for us actually to understand the other types of questions. That's why you need to do this type of questions first. You need to do this types of question first. Okay, you are not expected, for example, to read every word of the text. All right, so it is not obligatory to read all, for example.
Sorry, teacher, but if you're sharing a file, we can't see it.
So from the beginning, you didn't see?
Yeah.
Uh, Now you can see, right?
Yeah, now we can see.
All right, so it's okay. Actually, in the video, I think it will be there, like the file, but actually you didn't see before. You're supposed to tell me. Anyways, tips for matching, for example, headings, as I told you before. So first of all, if you have this type of questions, you need to do it first. You need to do it first. You are not obliged to read all the paragraph, because if you like read, or if you read like the paragraph from the beginning up to the end, it costs you a lot of time, because you have maybe 7 paragraphs, right? Or maybe more, 7 paragraphs. And let's say, for example, each paragraph has more or less 10 lines or 7, 8, 9 lines. So actually, if you decided to read every single word in the paragraph, it costs you a lot of time. That's why you're going to study the technique that helps you to find the answers easily and automatically. Okay, so this is like number 2. Read the first one or the 2 sentences and the last sentence of each paragraph. This is actually we are going to talk about. So you are going just to read only the first, second sentences, and then the last sentence in each paragraph only, and then you write some notes. You write actually some notes. You can really briefly, for example, look at the rest of the paragraph, but you don't have to read every single word. Okay, so you don't, for example, read the whole paragraph. You read like actually the whole paragraph. So let's have a look here at the strategy, for example, for matching headings. Like we will just study some points, then we'll go to study short notes approach, and then we will just apply it. First of all, if this type of question is first, you need to do it first. Like, sorry, if this type of question is like in the test, you need to do it first. So we said before, like in each passage, you will have 3 up to 4 types of questions, 3 up to 4. Maybe match the heading, maybe complete the summary, maybe choose the correct answer, maybe true false not given, yes no not given, complete the question, complete the sentence, whatever. So if it is like if this question actually is in the passage, so you need to do it first, like in the questions. Number 2, don't look at headings. All right, so don't look at the questions first. There is something you need to do before. Okay, I'm going to tell you. Like, for example, you need to read the first, the second sentences in each paragraph, then you write some notes. You write some notes. For each paragraph, yes, you write maybe 1 or 2 words. And then after you go, like you finish all the paragraphs and then you summarize by giving just 1 or 2 words, you go and read actually the headings. It will be much more easier for you to notice like which paragraph contains, for example, the information. Okay, so I will tell you like this. Read the first 1 or 2 sentences and the last sentence of each paragraph to understand the general meaning of a paragraph. Okay, because actually you will have paragraphs like this, for example. This is paragraph number, like paragraph part A. Okay, paragraph part A. You will have, for example, writing like this. Okay, this is paragraph number A or part A. And then actually B, paragraph or paragraph B, same. You will have actually writing. And each paragraph actually talks about something, like about like a single like point in the passage. Like paragraph A, B, and then C, for example. So the same is the case here. So each paragraph actually talks about something. So maybe they are going to take maybe this sentence from here or from there or from any place. and then tell you, for example, where this heading is taken from, or is taken from where. So you need to tell me, for example, in which paragraph. Is it in paragraph A or paragraph B or paragraph C? It depends. So actually, if you notice, like you need to read the whole from the beginning up to the end for each paragraph, it costs you a lot of time. Okay, that's why you just read the first and the second sentences only, just these two only. From each paragraph, just you read these two. And also here, you just read these two. And then here also, you read just these two. And then you write some notes. This paragraph talks about plot, like 1 or 2 words. I'm gonna tell you, like, we'll like do it like a reading. Try to sum up the general meaning of each paragraph in 1 or 2 words. After you read the first sentence, just try to summarize. Just try to summarize each paragraph by 1 or 2 words. By 1 or 2 words. After you finish, now you read actually the whole paragraphs, or like all of the paragraphs, like in the passage. Now you will move to the headings, al-anaween. Okay, look at the headings and identify keywords. Just look at the headings and identify the keywords within each heading. You read the head, al-anwan, then maybe you just circle 1 or 2 words. You think they are really important. Okay, because these 2-3 words are going to help you to know where, and like where is the paragraph which contains the head, Number 5, match any headings that are very obvious and you are sure about. This is very important. When we described actually true, false, not given, we talked about it. We said, like, you need to go one by one by one, because the answers are really arranged. The sentences are really arranged. They are actually in order. Okay, but here actually, no, the answers are not in order, but it is easy. Okay, that's why you start with number 1, number 7, number 10. So, okay, just start with the one that is easy for you, like something that you can get, or something that you can notice very easily or in a very easy way, for example, in the passage. If you think that this is difficult, the had, just move on. انتقل إلى الهدف الثاني. Like, for others, write 2 or 3 headings beside the paragraph. Identify the difference between each of the headings. Establish if there are like any synonyms in the paragraph to keywords in the headings. So also you try to know the difference, like among the headings. You need to understand also like the difference. If you still can't pick up like or pick one, move on. The answer will often reveal itself later. Like, for example, I wasn't able to solve head number 1. I wasn't able actually to solve head number 1 or number 2. Just move on. After you do all of them, maybe you reach to only the last 2, then you will know immediately the answer. You will know immediately actually the answer. So the answer will reveal itself later on. So then you repeat until finished. You repeat until finished. Okay. So this is actually what it means by heading, اللي هي العناوين. الآن سندخل